Namaste. Hello and a warm welcome. Welcome to Akankssha's YouTube channel Multidimensional Soul and this audiobooks and talk series dedicated to Akankssha's son and spirit guide Arnav. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, do subscribe, like and share this knowledge and wisdom. Do share your experiences in the comments. What resonates with you the most? What insights do you receive from these teachings? Let's keep this energy of knowledge and wisdom flowing as the energy loves to move, and this is an energy exchange. The Lion Who Became a Sheep. A retelling of a traditional story from India by Paramahansa Yogananda. Once there was a huge lioness, pregnant and half-starved. As the days passed and the baby lion grew heavier within her, she had a hard time moving around in quest of prey. Even when the lioness successfully stalked some creature, she wasn't quick enough to pounce, and so failed every time to capture her prey. Roaring with sadness, heavy with the baby lion, and pining with hunger, the lioness roamed through the forest and finally fell asleep in the shade of a grove of trees bordering a pasture. As she was dozing, she dreamed that she saw a flock of sheep grazing. Trying to pounce upon one of the dream sheep, she jerked and woke up to behold in reality a large flock of sheep grazing nearby. Overwhelmed with joy, forgetful of the baby lion she was carrying inside her, and impelled by the madness of unappeased hunger, the lioness pounced upon a young lamb and disappeared into the depths of the jungle. The lioness did not even realize that, owing to the severe exertion of her mad leap for the lamb, she had given birth to her cub. The sheep were paralyzed with fear at the attack, but when the lioness departed and the panic was over, they wakened from their stupor and noticed the loss of the lamb. As the flock bleated out lamentations in sheep language, they noticed, to their great astonishment, the helpless baby lion mewling in their midst. One of the ewes took pity on the cub and adopted it as her own. Several years passed. The orphan lion, now a mature beast with long mane and tail, roamed with the flock, behaving exactly like a sheep. Bleating instead of roaring, and eating grass instead of meat, this strictly vegetarian lion had perfected himself in the weakness and meekness of a lamb. It so happened that one day another lion strolled out of the nearby forest, which opened into the green pasture, and to his delight beheld the flock of sheep. Thrilled with joy and whipped by hunger, the strong lion pursued the fleeing flock of sheep, when, to his great amazement, he noticed the husky sheep lion, tail high in the air, also fleeing at top speed ahead of the sheep. The pursuing lion paused for a moment, switching his tail in astonishment and pondering within himself, "I can understand sheep flying away from me, but I cannot imagine why a stalwart lion should run too. This runaway lion interests me." Spurred by determination to get to the fleeing lion, he raced hard and pounced upon the escaping beast. The sheep lion fainted with fear. The other lion was more puzzled than ever. Slapping the sheep lion out of his swoon, he rebuked him in a hoarse voice, "Wake up. What's the matter? Why do you, a brother lion, fly away from me?" The sheep lion closed his eyes and bleated out in sheep language, "Please let me go. Don't kill me. I am just a sheep from yonder flock that fled away and left me." "Aha! Now I see why you are bleeding," said his captor. He pondered a moment, then seized the mane of the sheep lion with his mighty jaws, and dragged him toward a lake at the end of the pasture land. When they reached the shore of the lake, he pushed the deluded creature's head over the water so that it was reflected there, and began to shake him violently, for the sheep lion still had his eyes tightly closed. "What's the matter with you?" asked his captor. "Open your eyes and see that you are not a sheep. Bleat, bleat, bleat. Please don't kill me. Let me go. I am not a lion, but only a poor meek sheep," wailed the silly beast. The other lion, angry now, gave his captive a terrible shake. Under the impact of it, the sheep lion opened his eyes and was astonished to see in the water a reflection, not of a sheep's head, as he expected, but a lion's head, like that of the one who was shaking him with his paw. Then the big creature said in lion language, "Look at my face and your face reflected in the water. They are the same, and this voice of mine roars. It does not bleat. You must roar instead of bleating." The sheep lion, convinced, tried to roar, but at first succeeded only in producing bleat mingled roars. But under the slapping paws and exhortation of his new friend, he at last succeeded in roaring effectively. Then both lions leaped across the fields. The foregoing story fittingly illustrates how most of us, though made in the all-powerful image of the divine lion of the universe, remember only being born and brought up in the sheepfold of mortal weakness. So we bleat with fear at the predators of sickness, lack, sorrow, and death, instead of roaring with immortality and power and preying on mortal delusion and ignorance. Invincible Lion of the Self. A cub of the divine lion, somehow I found myself confined in a sheepfold of frailties and limitations. Fear-filled, living long with sheep, day after day I bleated. I forgot my affrighting bellow that banishes all enemy sorrows. O invincible Lion of the Self! Thou didst drag me to the water-hole of meditation, saying, Thou art a lion, not a sheep. Open thine eyes, and roar. After thy hard shakings of spiritual urge, I gazed into the crystal pool of peace. Lo, I saw my face like unto thine. I know now that I am a lion of cosmic power. Bleating no more, I shake the error forest with reverberations of thine almighty voice. In divine freedom I bound through the jungle of earthly delusions, devouring the little creatures of vexing worries and timidities, and the wild hyenas of disbelief. O Lion of liberation, ever send through me thy roar of all-conquering courage. From Whispers from Eternity. End of story and article. This article is part of the book Living Fearlessly by Paramahansa Yogananda. In his How to Live teachings, Paramahansa Yogananda has given to people of all cultures, races, and creeds the means to free themselves from physical, mental, and spiritual inharmonies, to create for themselves a life of enduring happiness and all-round success. The books in this series present Paramahansaji's how to live wisdom on many subjects, in his own words and in those of his close disciples, providing readers with spiritual insight and practical keys for bringing into daily life the inner balance and harmony that is the essence of yoga. Through the practice of meditation and the universal principles of right action and right attitude highlighted in these books, one can experience every moment as an opportunity to grow in awareness of the divine. While each book addresses a distinct topic, one message resonates throughout the series: seek God first. Whether speaking of creating fulfilling relationships, raising spiritual children, overcoming self-defeating habits, or any of the other myriad goals and challenges of modern living, Paramahansa Yogananda again and again refocuses our attention towards life's highest attainment, self-realization, knowing our true nature as divine beings. Through the inspiration and encouragement of his teachings, we learn how to live a truly victorious life, transcending limitations, fear, and suffering, by awakening to the infinite power and joy of our real self, the soul.
This is a series of audiobooks and insightful lectures brought to you by Akanksshaa, dedicated to exploring timeless wisdom and spiritual teachings. Each recording is generated with love, honoring my journey and my connection with higher guidance, especially in tribute to my son Arnav, who now guides me from beyond. May these words awaken the divine love within you, bring you peace and inspiration on your own path, and may divine light within shine bright. May whatever merit arises from these readings be for the benefit of all sentient beings. Namaste.